Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Tani here. Hope everyone is doing great. You know, thanks again for tuning in to this channel. Like I say, it's just me talking and just giving some advice, um, motivational stuff. You can take what you want from this and just, blessing. This is just me giving my blessing on here, and I hope it could be of value to somebody. What's on my mind today really is just to talk a little bit about um, us as humans. And this is for people who, because I was there, and I know, and I swear, once it's just like it's a transformation for me. What I come to understand, when we are born, like from we start developing in our mother's womb, our bodies is being knitted together, yes, but the body is what a female gives birth to. And this is why when your child come out, we don't really know who we gave birth to until they start developing and showing you their personality or whatever. The spirit that lives within us, this is what sometimes we got to do. If don't let your body define the spirit that's within you. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I think a lot of us tend to get confused or tend to not realize, in other words. And I just want to bless you guys and let you know this, because it can help so many people. It can help a lot of people, because once you're outside of the body that you're here, your earthly suit, and without thinking about the body. That's why it's good to meditate. It's good to meditate and talk to your creator, which is just your spirit. You're just you need to stop thinking about your body all the time. This is your earthly suit. You know what I mean? And it's what makes us legal here on earth. And it's important to have a body, because this is how God can work through us here on this earth. And ultimately, the goal for the creator is, to let heaven come down to earth. I don't know what it is with, Christianity always want to go to heaven and stuff, which, the earth is here for us. Yes, and when we pass on, our earthly suit is gone, but you have to know that your spirit lives on. Your spirit lives on. Your spirit is with your creator, whoever manufactured you, and they just put you in this earthly suit. And this is how we have to think about this, just being on earth here. And I feel like if we all have this kind of concept, it will change the dynamic of how the world is going right now. Because once you realize that you're in a dirt body just like everybody else that possesses the same Holy Spirit, we start seeing each other different, thinking of each other different. Because at the end of the day, no matter what personality people are going to show you, it's either bad or good, ugly. We get offended, yes, when people come at you different, like when people come at you a way that you don't approve of or like. But my thing is, or how I think and understand, is what I realize, that people don't think that way. People don't think that the spirit is what really matters more than, our bodies matters here on earth, don't get me wrong. But once you start thinking deeper than just your body, don't let your body fool you or define you for who you are. You can put on a lot of tattoo or whatever, this and that, and then you're thinking, and some people probably perceive you as something else because of what they see on your body or whatever. But you don't realize the spirit that's inside of that temple. You know what I mean? You don't realize the spirit that's inside that earthly suit. And don't let it define you. Yes, this is God's church, they call it. This is the temple of God, is what our bodies are, which is definitely important to be on earth. And this is why a lot of people don't understand. And making these little videos, I wish I can go deeper, and I have to get memory for my phone in order to start talking, and just to enlighten somebody, or bless you with some information that you probably never really sit down and think about. And I'm telling you guys, it's just simply, once you read your manual, you find a lot of information. Don't listen to what nobody is saying about the book. And that's what it is, you know. And I'm telling you, this was never me before, and this is just such a testimony to me. I know a lot of people probably don't really know much about me, but I was never, you know, about the Bible and stuff. And like everybody else, you may think you're going to approach the book and you're going to start thinking, oh, it's some religious stuff or whatever, because this is what we're conformed to think on this earth. And they put it, they say religion, they say Christianity, whatever it is that, you know, and that's what it is that kind of separates some of us that want to find our spirituality, like want to know why we're here. You know what I'm saying? And it's just as simple as, you know, going to the book, and if you have someone that can break it down to you in words that you can understand, it's vital to get that information. It's vital to get that information, because I feel like that's what the world is lacking, and that's probably why you have so much crime and so much hatred towards each other and not understanding each other. Everybody I come across nowadays, man, it's just what they need to hear. And little by little, you talk to people about what needs to be talked about instead of foolishness about nothing. You know what I mean? Like, even if you kind of plant a little seed in their head, I'm not out here preaching anything. It's just teaching some logical things that people like humans need to hear on this earth, because we're confused. We're all over the place. We don't know this, we don't know. And you know, I want to mention something. You know, I'm here in Florida, and you know, I was talking to a couple of little kids here in the pool area. You know, they were writing in the sky here in Florida, love God. And you know, there were a bunch of little kids in the pool, and you know, they saw that in the sky and they started reading it out loud. And I'm like, yes, you know, you must love God. You must love God. It's inevitable. Because if you don't, you're going to be lost. You're going to be lost in this world, man. And one of the little kids said to me, you know, why should we love God? In a way that made me feel, you know, you laughed initially, but that's not really your reaction to things. It's scary, because this is what it's happening. You know, our kids are growing up. We don't know nothing about who created us. We don't know nothing about nothing spiritual. We know nothing about anything. So I don't understand, and I'm disappointed in the parents for that kid that asked. And I really sat down there and explained to them why, and that the earth is the Lord. The earth is our God's. Everything that's created on this planet is for our our Creator created all of this and put us, His royal family, here on earth to dominate the earth. A lot of people may think not everyone can be leaders, but hear me out. You do have leaders and followers. Everybody is a leader. You're a leader in your area of gifting. You know what I'm saying? And somebody that is not in that area of gifting, those are your followers. You know, people have different talents. You know, people have different things that they want to bring forth or can bring forth. But I know everyone is born to lead. It says it in the Bible. Everybody probably say, how can everybody be a leader? Then who's going to be the follower? Everyone has something for you to learn. You have something for somebody else to learn. Somebody has something for you to learn. And that's simply what it means. You know what I mean? Like, you can do something in a way that influence people. And that's really what it is as a leader. You're influencing the world in a good way. And when people gravitate to it, you know, you're just becoming, in other words, you're becoming who you're supposed to be. Like a natural thing. Your natural nature, or the nature of you, is really what your glory is as a person. And you know, whenever it is that you can manifest whatever it is that you have on your inside, you just give thanks to the higher power, to the higher Lord, you know, to the higher God. And it's just as simple as that, man. Like, life is not that complicated, but we get so caught up. And I'm telling you, being in New York, it's just like sometimes there's so much going on. There's so much going on that we just can't, we don't have time to stop and give ourselves some time to think for ourselves. We find it hard to sit down for 5 minutes and try to at least connect with our Creator. I know a lot of people that says they find themselves kind of going off or dealing with their own self, talking to themselves, in other words. For that, I just want you to know that it's probably the spirit within you screaming at you, because wherever you are at the moment, it's probably not where you're supposed to be, and it wants you to go. It's probably leading you somewhere where you're just probably not seeing it. But that's the thing with us, because we don't sit down and really kind of meditate a little bit to realize or feel whatever it is that, listen, God speak through us. We have to give him the glory, and we're just like, how can I put this in terms so you'd understand? We're kind of like a pipe, that the pipe needs to be open, and then once you just trust your spirit. Let me tell you something, the flesh is so much against us sometimes, man, that it's hard to deny. It's hard to deny. And for the males out there, oh man, I always like to go back to the precept on time. Like, God created men first. You guys were created from the dirt, and spirit blows inside of you, right? And from the male, a female comes. All the male that gets so tempted by everything and not what they're here to do, in other words, the devil has you away, because you're not seeing anything else but a nice short skirt or something, that you want to get. The flesh is eating you guys alive, and it's such a huge problem now in this world. And this is why our women are confused. Women are confused because the male are not functioning correctly, in other words. And it's crazy. The lack of understanding leads you into the darkness, and then you just, we go with our flesh, because that's just what we do. That's what we know. That's what we're seeing among us. So we feel like we have no choice but just to do that. But anyways, I know I'm all over the place talking about different things, but I really hope that this could bless somebody and you learn something. I will be making more videos on things like this, just talking about it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys watching this video, and I hope you're blessed. I hope somebody got blessed with what I was talking about. And I'm gonna be coming with a lot more video, but like I said, once I get a better space on my phone, I'll be making a lot more videos. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, thank you. God bless. Love you guys so much, man. Stay up, stay positive, you're still alive, so there's more life to live. You know what I mean? Take some time to yourself, kind of meditate, and try to figure out what it is that you're passionate about, like what it is that you feel you're here to do in order to change the, not change the world, but you start from your family or your community, and you can keep going from there. All right, thank you guys. Love y'all. God bless.